Warning, I swear a lot.
Today, I wanted to talk about something which I think affects a lot of people most of the time, but probably has even more of an effect this year. I want to talk about how you compare yourself to other people, and also want to talk about your expectations for yourself and the time frame in which you sort of give yourself to achieve those things. So a lot of the issues from this stem from social media, like Facebook specifically, but really all the other ones, where you gain daily insight into the daily lives of your friends and family, loved ones, etc. You can, to a degree, see what they're up to at any given time, and you can see what they're accomplishing, you can see all the cool stuff they're doing, and one cannot help but compare it to themselves. Obviously, this leaves a lot of people feeling a bit down about what they're doing, especially if they ain't got a lot going on at the moment. I wanted to talk about that because, first of all you see on social media is what they want you to see. And by they, I mean your friends and family and loved ones. They're not going to post about how they barely got out of bed that morning, stubbed their toe, burnt their toast, was late for work, and had a shitty customer. They might, but they're not going to post about it every single time, you know what I mean? They're also not going to post about how they were planning to do something and it didn't follow through. They will not share, really, most of the bad things going on in their life. Some people do, but not everyone. Most people tend to share things about them playing with their dog, or having a nice day in with their significant other, or the fact that they're getting married, or that they just got married, they passed their driving test, they got a new job, they got a promotion. And this isn't them, it is kind of them trying to show off, but it's also them thinking like, well, good things are more interesting to other people than bad things, right? People don't want to listen to me complain all the time, so I'm posting about the good things that happen in my life. And let's be real, you also kind of want to get a little pat on the back. You want your friends and family to be like, oh, well done, you did this, oh, good job, oh, we're so proud of you, etc, etc. There's nothing wrong with doing it, but it does have the effect of leaving a lot of people feeling like they're kind of, you know, coasting along a little bit, drifting along and not really getting things done. I've suffered with this myself in the past. A lot of the time I saw what my friends were up to and I was just like, man, I'm not even close to what they're doing, and I'm still not. They're miles ahead of me. Oh, I just had lunch, I'm really burpy. Thing is, and it's very important to keep in mind, is that there is no specific time frame for when you have to achieve things in your life. A lot of people think they're like, right, or they even make plans for themselves. Better yet, they'll think, right, I'll get my driver's license at 18, I'll have my own place at 21, I'll get married at 24, I'll have a kid at 27, something like that, just as an example. But that is purely fabricated by yourself, to yourself. That is an expectation you set upon yourself, and it doesn't have to be that way. Yes, you need to push yourself to do stuff. That's how you live life. But just because things are taking longer than you expected them to, you shouldn't beat yourself up over it. You shouldn't let it get you down that way, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It is purely an expectation placed upon you by you. If anyone else places those expectations on you, fuck them. Not literally. They don't get to decide that. As painful, as difficult as it may be, not even your loved ones, significant other, and family have the right to place that upon you. To an extent, they have a right to place certain expectations upon you. For instance, if you live in your parents' house, you either help them out or you pay rent. If you have a significant other and you live together, or you're planning to live together, you have a duty to help support them. If you don't, then you shouldn't be in the relationship. But they can't turn around and be like, you have to do this by then. It's up to you to decide the pace at which your life goes. Now, that is responsibility, and a lot of people don't like responsibility, and you do have to take responsibility for it, because you could just end up, in the street or something. As long as you get up each day, as long as you do what you can, no one could ask more of you than that. And this brings me to this year specifically, because this year, I reckon a lot of people have not gotten a lot done, for very obvious reasons. It's because we're mostly stuck indoors the whole time. Key workers are really the only people working, and that's like good and bad for them. It's good for them because they get to continue being productive and having a normal daily life, but it's bad because they're having to go out to work in not pleasant circumstances, and they can get sick, and they still have to work while everyone else presumably gets to sit around at home eating Doritos all day. But, being stuck at home all the time leaves you feeling restless, and a lot of people I know want to get back to work, so it's difficult in that respect. But this year specifically, if you are upset about the fact that you haven't got nothing done this year, do not worry about it. Definitely don't worry about it, because no one's gotten anything done this year. Or I should say, more accurately, very few people have gotten anything done this year. I'm lucky, because making videos doesn't require me to leave the house. It really doesn't. I do all my work at this desk. So The lockdown, in that sense, hasn't affected me, and I'm very fortunate in that respect. I'm one of the few people who has been able to continue doing something productive despite everything that's happened. Come to think of it, a nice, side effect of all this is that more people are starting to do things like what I'm doing, making videos and streaming, and that's really cool to see, because more people are experiencing the joy of presenting a show like that, making your own thing and presenting your own show using nothing but a game or drawing or some base level of subject matter and your own charisma to drive it forward, which, it's fun. There's a reason why I do it so much, and that's because it's a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that other people are getting to do that as well. There's two people I know who have started doing things along these lines recently. One of them was Beth, I think. Yeah, it was Beth. I can't remember the specific name of her thing, so I'm going to post a link to it, and name, editor and shit, I'll edit. I'm good at that. Friend Beth I think she did drawing streams, something like that. I haven't checked it out myself because I'm so fucking busy. Maybe you could scout ahead to see how it is. And the other one was a very distant acquaintance. I don't think I've ever met her in person. She's just on my Facebook. It's a girl called Kirsty who started streaming games, I believe. I'll post the same things there. Go check her out. Once again, I haven't seen it either personally. You'll have to let me know if it's any good. I'm planning to check on both of them, but I've been really busy up until this point. But funnily enough, now that the second lockdown here in Britain has kicked in, I might actually have some time to do stuff because it has freed up a lot of my responsibilities. But topic for another day. Point is, to summarize, what I want you to walk away from this with is to don't stress yourself over the speed at which you're getting things done. Just pick something that you want to accomplish and work towards it. You're never going to just clear your plate in a single day. Just do what you can to work towards it, and accept the fact that sometimes there's nothing you can do to work towards it. Just focus on keeping yourself going, keeping yourself in a good place, until you can work on it and work towards it. If you can do that, no one can say fairer than that, and especially this year, don't worry about it. Fingers crossed, fucking COVID's gone by 2021. I don't know if it will be, but fingers crossed it will. And we can have a fresh start, right? Next year we can have a fresh start. All of us can start getting our lives together, and that'll be nice. But I don't want to make these too long. I'm going to cut it there. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. If you disagree with me, then by all means, leave a comment down below, because there might be something I hadn't considered, and you bringing that up, I'll be like, that's a really good point, I hadn't considered that. It completely slipped my mind. But let me know what you think anyways. And whatever I talk about next time, this was literally the only two topics I had in mind, so I'm actually going to have to think of something, but I think this improv exercise will be good for me. But whatever happens, I will see you there. Toodles. Goodbye.